guys, welcome to K5 PE, basketball skill building activity number 5. Today we're going to continue to work on ball handling with some rollers. We're going to do 100 reps. I'll explain them to you in a minute. And we're going to start all of this from our triple threat position. Feet shoulder width apart, push hand behind the ball, other hand on the side of the ball. You do not want the ball against your body. Hands should be out in front of you. It should look something like this. This is where we're going to start all of our drills. For today, we won't actually be dribbling the basketball. And if you've done some of our other skill building activities, you know that you do not have to use a basketball. I would suggest that you do use a basketball or you get one as soon as you can. But if you need to use another ball, anything that bounces, or for today, anything that rolls should suffice. So we're going to start here in our triple threat position. Today, we're going to put the ball on the ground. We're not going to dribble the ball as we've done in the past. We're actually going to set the ball on the ground. We're going to keep our legs bent, try to keep our back as straight as we can. The ball's a little bit further down today, so we are going to have to crouch down a little bit more than we would if we were actually dribbling the basketball. But today we're going to work on using the pads of our fingers to control the basketball and to start to get the rhythm of some of the movements that we will learn eventually to do while dribbling. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do rollers in the front, two hands, right to left, right to left, right to left. Then we'll put the ball behind our body, same thing, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Again, we're not dribbling or bouncing the ball. We're simply rolling it back and forth with the pads of our fingers. After we do the front and the back, we'll move it to the right side and we'll go forward and backwards, forward and backwards, forward and backwards. We'll do 10 of those. We're actually going to do 10 reps of each of these things that I'm explaining now. Then after doing the right side, we'll move it to the left, forward, back, 10 of those. Forward and back equals 1. Right to left equals 1. Right to left and back equals 1. Once we're done there, we will do a circle of the right foot, 10 of those. Each circle equals 1. Then we'll go back in the opposite direction. Then we'll switch to the left foot, circle in one direction. Each circle equals 1. Then we'll go back in the opposite direction, and then we'll finish with the figure 8. So we're going to go around the right foot, through the legs, around the left foot, through the legs. Each of those, around the right, around the left, equals 1. And then we'll do them backwards, around the left, around the right. This should be a total of 100 reps. I'll walk you through it as we go. I might be moving a little bit faster, only because I've done this many times, and the more you do something, the better you get at it. But I'll make sure to slow down and talk you through it. If by some chance you're moving much slower, feel free to play the video again, or you could always modify it. If 100 is just way too many for you, maybe instead of doing 10 reps of each, you could do 5. I'll leave it up to you. But the more you do something, the better you get at it. Push yourself. Try to go as fast as you can, but maintain your form. If you lose the ball, don't worry about it. Just pick it up, start again. You don't have to start the count over. You could start wherever you left off. Okay, here we go. So we'll start in that triple threat position. We're going to set the ball on the ground, but maintain the bent knees. And first, we'll go from the right to the left. 1, 2. You're simply just pushing the ball back and forth. 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice how my body is staying in rhythm. There's a flow to the dribble, or in this case, to the roll. All right, so we've done 10. Now I'm going to stick the ball behind my body, again on the ground. I might need to look through my legs in order to do this. As you progress, try to keep your head up. If you need to look at the ball, go ahead and do so. This is tough to do. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'll give you guys a second to catch up. Remember, you're simply just pushing the ball. You want the ball to go, your feet should be shoulder width apart. The ball should go from the front of your right foot to the front of your left foot. If it's behind you, it should go from the back of your right foot to the back of your left foot. Right to left equals 1. Give you a second to catch up. Okay, now that should be 20 reps. We did 10 in the front and 10 in the back. Now we're going to move to one-handed on the side. I'll start with my strong side, which is my right side. Stick the ball on the ground. I'm simply going to use my fingers and hand, but not the palm of my hand or the heel of my hand. I'm going to use the pads of my hand to push the ball forward and back. That counts as 1. 2, we're going to do 10 of these. 3, 4, if you need to look at the ball, go ahead and do so. But eventually you want to learn to do it without looking at the ball. 6, 7. Notice how my body is moving in rhythm. It's going to make it easier to do this. It's also going to make it easier to dribble. 8, 9, 10. Once we've done 10 on that side, we'll switch over to the other side. Try to stay in that triple threat. I know you won't be holding the ball up here because we're doing rollers, but you want to keep your legs bent, knees bent, feet shoulder width apart. Try to keep that back as straight as you can. So we've done 10 in the front, right to left, 10 in the back, right to left. We've done 10 on the side, front to back, which is our strong side. That was the right side. Now we're going to do 10 on the left side, front to back. Here we go. 1. You're simply just pushing it as far as your hand will go forward to as far as your hand will go backwards. Forward and back equals 1. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, give you a second to catch up. It's always a good idea to keep water close by. Stay hydrated. Okay, so far we've done 10 in the front, 10 in the back, 10 to the side, which is front to back, and 10 to the other side, which is front to back. So we're at 40. We're going to 100. Right now, we're going to do strong hand leg wraps. So I'm going to go 10 in one direction around my right leg with my right hand, and then 10 in the other direction with my right hand around my right leg. So here we go. Ball on the ground, knees shoulder width apart, back straight, keep those legs bent. You might see that I have my hand resting on my knee right here. I'm still trying to keep the best posture that I can. And when you do these, try to take that hand off your leg. If you absolutely need to do it, go ahead and use it as support, but try to keep your triple threat position. Okay, here we go. So, 1, you'll notice I'm using my fingers to tap the ball in the direction that I'm going. 3, 4, I'm also moving my body in rhythm with the ball to make it a little bit easier. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, give you a second to catch up. It's little taps, little itty bitty taps. If you tap it too hard, the ball's going to roll away. You have to get it, bring it back. So you want to do little taps, keep your body in that athletic position, and control the ball. All right, so I'm up to 50 now. I've done 10 of each. Last time I went in the direction, the natural direction to the outside. Now I'm going to go the opposite direction to the inside. This should be a little bit more difficult. So here we go. 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to go as fast as you can, but if this is new to you, it's probably pretty difficult. It's difficult for me. So slow it down a little bit. 8, 9, and 10. All right, give you a second to catch up before moving to the left side. And remember, if you're super new to this and you're finding this very difficult, you don't have to do 10. You can do 5, you can do 4, you can do 1 of each and come back to it at a later point in time. But remember, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. The key is to keep doing it and to push yourself and do it faster and faster and faster, even if you're losing control. That'll cause your body and your brain to make some adjustments to help you become a better player. All right, here we go. So I've done 10 in the front, 10 in the back, 10 on my strong side, 10 on my left side, 10 to the outside of my right leg, 10 to the inside of my right leg. Now I'm going to move to the left, so 10 to the outside. Here we go. Just little taps with my finger. That's 2, 3. Try not to use the second hand. I know some of you younger players, it might be easy to keep the ball with 2 hands, but we're really trying to learn how to use 1 hand when we're doing all of these things. Because in basketball, it's illegal to use both hands. You could use 1 at a time, and you could switch them back and forth, but you can't use both hands at the same time on the ball while dribbling. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, give you a second to catch up. Okay, now we'll be on that left side still, but we're gonna go the opposite direction. Last time I went to the outside, this time I'm gonna come to the inside. Inside, at least for me, is always tougher. So here we go. 1. Just little taps. 2. Try not to use that second hand. One hand only. 3. Let your body rock. Or make your body rock. It'll help you get the ball through. 8. And 10. Okay, give you a second to catch up. All right, home stretch. So I think we're up to 80. 10 in front, 10 in back, 10 on the strong side, 10 on the weak side, 10 around the strong side, 10 around the strong side the other way, 10 around the weak side, 10 around the weak side the opposite direction. Now we're to figure eights. Those of you who did one of our previous basketball skill building activities, you'll remember that we did figure eights. We passed the ball through the leg and through the other side, through the leg and through the other side. Today we're going to do essentially the same thing, except with rollers. So here we go. We'll do 10 in one direction, then we'll take a little break, let everybody catch up, and then we'll do 10 in the opposite direction, and that'll be the conclusion of today's skill building activity. Here we go. 1. Remember, around the left and the right counts as 1, so that's 2, 3, 4. If you lose the ball, don't worry about it. Go grab it and start back where you left off. 5, 6, 7. You really want to push this as fast as you can go. And I'm going faster than most of you because I've been playing this game for a while. But push it as fast as you can go. 9, 10. Give me a second to catch up. All right, now we're gonna go the opposite direction. The opposite direction is always tougher for me. I'm not sure about you, but push it as fast as you can go. So last time I went from my right to my left and we were coming around the fronts of my legs. Now I'm gonna go around the backs of my legs from the left to the right. So here we go. 1. Around each leg counts as 1, 2, 3. I'm going to really try to push this just so you can see how, if I was doing it for my own practice, how I would approach it. All right, I realize some of you are still trying to catch up. It's totally fine. Remember, if you need to make a modification, if it takes you too long, maybe you do less. You can do 8, you can do 6, you can do 5, you can do 3. Do however many you need to progress. I'll see you tomorrow for basketball skill building activity number 6.